Hi everyone. I thought I would, I'm working here as you can see by my little mess. And so I thought I would come on and just show you what I'm doing really quick. I'm making some 4¼ greeting cards and I'm doing these to give out at work. So this is 8.5 by 11 paper, cut 8.5 by 4¼ and then just scored at 4¼ and then it's just a little side folding note card. I'm going to give these out at work. These are not for mailing. You could put these in an A2 size envelope and mail them, but if you put them in a small envelope, it's extra postage. So these I usually just give out in person. So anyway, I showed everybody the thin cardstock that I got from Cardstock Warehouse, and I love it for a project like this because you can layer it up without adding a whole lot of weight to your card. And I'm working with some of the Bitty Penny, her Easter paper. So I have a little bit of a white border on this one that I left. And I want to just knock a little of that brightness off. I'm just using a little bit of vintage photo that's on my little thing there. I'm not trying to make any grunge or anything, but just make it not so bright. These are some scraps of metallic cardstock I had left. I didn't have very many pieces of this, so I had to cut some down, and this is what's left out of the ones already cut, because in my scrap bin I didn't have any metallic pieces big enough even for these little tiny cut aparts, which is actually great because I've been using them. Ouch, using my scraps. And I'm going to trim this off in just a minute. And most of these I have already layered. Let's see, I think I'm going to put this over here and use this one for that. I've got a little bigger border. I'm going to put these two on the same card. So I kind of want my borders on these two pieces to be somewhat alike. I try to hold that down for a minute. Sometimes I think, especially on this metallic, I like to let my glue set up for a few seconds because otherwise I feel like I set it to the side and it can slide around on there. These Bitty Penny papers are so beautiful. She did a great job. I'm going to trim that off just a hair. It's got a little more, sorry, off camera, but it's because my space to work is kind of small. Anyway, she does a great job with her papers, and it's nice cardstock too. Okay, oh, I came home and my Axel cat was on the carport. My cats are not outside cats. And he was all freaked out being outside. He jumped on the screened-in porch and pulled it down. And I don't know if he fell out or jumped out, but anyway, thank goodness he didn't run off. Because he is microchipped, but I would have been out of my mind. And our other little cat, she has not been microchipped. So, yes, Mama was freaking out too. But, you know, he didn't run off. When I drove up, his tail was all puffed out. Bless his heart. He probably thought he'd been thrown out. He's so ginger. He is definitely a stereotypical ginger boy. And I love my cats. I'm going to set those pieces. One or two of those I might use. The rest are too small. So let's see. These copper, I'm going to put those on green. They seem to look pretty good on the green, which makes sense because, you know, copper, and I still ended up cutting a smaller border on that one. You know how copper tends to age and get that green patina. So, oops. And of course, I've got all these pieces I'm going to have to sweep afterwards. All those pieces fell on the floor. Let me get this down. Oh, so to turn this light on, and then of course you can't hardly see that. But anyway, that I used an embossing folder on here from Altenew. I want to say, is it just called Linen? Yeah, it's organic linen, and it's a 3D embossing folder. And this is one of my most used embossing folders. I just love it. So I'm going to use one of these scraps. I was using my Cutter Bee scissors. I took some stuff at work to fussy cut. That's good enough. And on this embossed panel, I'll put a good bit of glue. Make sure it gets down in there and catches really well. And then I am layering these up on black. Make sure I get that glue all squished down there. Good. This has so many little grooves in it. And then I will take my little card base here. And we're going to put it down. And I just got a whole bunch of pieces here. Ready to go, because I am going to do like about 39 of these. For work. And this card needs to be trimmed down just an inchy hair. There we go. I just had to cut. It was sticking out more than I like. And there's that card. I will put a little sentiment up here. And here are some of the ones I've already done. This one I just used a regular piece of cardstock with dots, or pattern paper, I should say. That's more that copper metallic. Here's a rose gold metallic for that mat. Aren't these pretty? That's probably my favorite cut apart right there. It's just so cute. And you can see these are just, they are super cute and they are really quick to do. It's mostly just, you know, I cut all my card bases down first and scored those. I got a whole bunch of cut aparts here ready to go. I cut a whole bunch of the colored mats and ran them through in my embossing folder. And then I cut a whole bunch of the black. And because this one's so small, I'm putting this, and I'm going to use this for my guide. And that was, I cut out some of the sentiments from this piece. I had that left over. Where's my bunny? And see, I just, here's some of the sentiments from this same paper pack. I've got He is risen, happy Easter. I've got this happy Easter. And I cut that out in a circle. And sorry about that. So I'm going to put this bunny down and we'll have another card finished. Let's see here. Do happy Easter. And I'll put some embellishments on here at some point. So these have been really fun to do. So, and if you're going somewhere and you want to have like, I've got 2 cards there, it's messing me up. If maybe you're going somewhere, you need a last minute, like a little, just a note, a thank you card, or just a hello card. You know how there's a thing with rock painting, which I used to do, where you leave cards. I mean, you leave rocks sort of in random places for people to find. You can also do small cards like that also, with just some cute picture, and be a great way to use up scraps. Have like an uplifting saying on it. And there's another quick card done. So we're having our staff meeting in April. So I'm not sure if I'm going to put Easter on their cards or not, because it will be after Easter. But I don't think, if I made them all Easter, I don't think anybody would care. And I'm also giving them out to our regional board members when we have that meeting, and that's before Easter. So, and they always appreciate just any little something, because they are people who are donating their time to help the library. So, and then these are some of the bigger cut aparts, as you can see, because some of these are odd sizes. But I cut my mats. I just tried to give them about a quarter inch bigger. And then all my black mats are 4x4. Since this is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, my mats are 4x4. I guess I did cut these colored ones down to 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. I think it was these metallic mats that I was cutting down. I was having to measure the cut aparts and cut my mats accordingly. And then you saw for the little bitty ones, I don't try to measure those. I just glued them down and then cut the border. Aren't those little chicks cute? No, I don't know why I did that. That was kind of dopey. Is because I'm getting confused. Set that aside. So, you know what I can do with that? Durr. We are going to put this on here. Oh, and there again, that's got a little lip sticking out, which I don't like. And then we'll just glue this down here. Evidently, I can't talk and think about crafting at the same time. I think the black matte just sets these off really well, and then plus that extra matte, it makes the card look better. It would look odd. I think it looks odd if you have too big a white border. So that's almost pretty enough to frame. But anyway, that's what I'm just going to continue with all these, and get as many as I can get made from this paper. And then, of course, did I spend money this past week? Yes, I did. So I'm going to show you what I got in, too. Oh, I got from scrapbook.com. I just bought a couple of little things. Come out of there. One is sticking in there. I wanted to try their really thin mint tape. I like that size for various things, especially like making a little border around ink blended panel. And sometimes you don't want a big thick piece of tape either when you're gluing stuff down. And then these two things were free. This is a Lumberjack Plaid Distress Spritz, and this really nice tag die with the butterflies and the thank you sentiment, which could be used on its own. Why? Oh, I'm sorry. I looked up at my computer and realized I don't have okay. Sorry, y'all. That was giving me fits back there. It was my laptop, the battery is about to die. So anyway, I got that. And that was the extent of that order. I cleaned up in here this weekend, and now I have no place to sit anything. And Unity Stamp Company, so I have been wanting to get some more faith-based, because I don't have hardly any faith-based sentiments, and these were on sale. This is Saved by Grace Through Faith, the sentiment, and then that little cross. This is called By His Wounds. It says, by His wounds we are healed. And then it has those stamps in there. Their rubber stamps are fabulous quality. Oh, save that one. Then this is Blooms of Solace, in your own time and way. I'm here. And it's got that really pretty cross. It's a nice size. And then this one is going to go, this is for my brother's birthday card. I was going to do another one for him, but I will save that one for my husband's card. This one says, I'm not saying you're old, but if you were whiskey, you'd be really expensive. And it says, straight up, you're the best. You get better with age, and hope your birthday rocks. And that's called If You Were Whiskey. And I haven't opened this. This, they sent me a freebie. Which was really nice. So I have no clue what this is. Oh, this is nice. This is going to be great for my art journal. Make it happen. Find joy in the process. Art is therapy. Color outside the lines. There are some tags. Also great for my art journal. This is, so that's like part of an apple cake recipe. Like somebody made a tag with it. Oh, this is great. And some little pattern papers. So awesome. It's a nice little extra. A little bit of twine. And let's see. I cannot read this. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to stamp this. Let's see here. Oh, I don't know why I'm looking in there. I'm just going to put a little dye ink on here. Oh, and I have something else. I don't know if I showed it to y'all. What did I do? I moved all my scrap paper. Oh, here's a piece. Good Lord, look at all this. This is how my desk gets when I start doing a project too. Oh, there's a bird on the window feeder. Brown-headed nuthatch. That's pretty. We're not old, we're just chronologically enhanced. I love funny sayings. So, and my family all likes humorous sayings. Not everyone does. And what did I do with my little paper? So, I'll tell you what, I bought these off Amazon. They weren't that expensive. For my rubber stamps, because I didn't have any place to keep my rubber stamps. So let's see, this way. And they have, so see, that just sticks right on there. They have this where you can, see that? I put the label paper that came with it. And this one I will probably, so you can just stamp it out and have like a sheet with all your stamps of what's in here. So I think I'm going to like these, and they don't take up a lot of space either. So all these will go in there as soon as I get a second to do them. Yes, these were all on sale. And then the last thing I got, so doggone it, Hero Arts was having a sale. Actually, I think it's still going on. I'm taping this on, what's today? Tuesday, the 25th of March. Some of this stuff is already sold out, though. But I actually got an email from them. So these were all like, I may have paid $5 for something, but most of this stuff was $1 or $3. So there's this layering stencil. What is this one called? And they had a stamp with it, but I did not get the stamp. This little daisy stencil. Which is cute. This geometric cling stamp. This stamp set, it's really cute. It's happy birthday, thank you, missing you, everything will be okay, hello, and sending love. And I thought that was a cute little funky font, little handwriting font. And here's another one. Today is a good day. Wish, adventure, dream big, gratitude. It's got a little ampersand, like, and a heart. And I thought that would be great for encouragement cards or my art journal or any journaling. I got this die set. It's called Autumn Bouquet Fancy Dies. but you could cut out these flowers and stuff in any colors for any season. This, I was real excited. This is a Happy Mother's Day die. I thought I could do shaker cards. Use that to do like a little shaker. I've been looking at these for years, and this was kind of cool. I figured, heck, I'll get it and try it. It's one of those little Daniel Smith where it's got like little samples, little dabs of the watercolor on there. Because those watercolors are expensive, and I wanted to try them. I just didn't want to spend the money. This is I think they have a stamp set really that coordinates with this, but you don't need the stamp set. This is called Cabbage Corn Crate. Fancy die. It's just cute. It's got a cabbage head and little corns. So that would make a good fall Thanksgiving. And I said I wasn't going to buy any more Christmas, but I couldn't resist. I mean, you know, if you're going to pay like $1 or $3, what the heck? And if I might, I don't know if I'll hang on to it. I might, you know, pass that along to somebody. But anyway, so yeah, that was, I just couldn't resist. And I could have bought more stuff, but that was enough. So, and those were my big buys for the last couple of weeks that I, you know, ordered and that they came in. So that was fun. But anyway, thank you for joining me for another video. I tell you, these Bitty Penny, her paper packs are well worth the money. They're not that expensive. They're 6x8s. The images are gorgeous. Check her out at bittypenny.com. Here is what's left of this paper. I know I've showed it before, but in case you did not see the previous video, these papers are just really beautiful. And you don't have to do Easter. She has flowers here. It's beautiful. It's got that weathered wood on that side. Oh, I got one piece of that left. You can tell I've been using these. It's a nice, beautiful green plaid, sage green. And gorgeous images. Just really nice. Here's this is the one I showed you. I just used a circle punch and punched that out. And then it's got just beautiful. Oh, I didn't show you that. Is that not beautiful? I used a sheet of that. This gorgeous. So yeah, I would if you're interested in getting some papers, I would just check her out and see what she's got. She also has some digitals, and they're also really nice. I don't have any of those out that I could show you. But anyway, so check her out. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.